We got a question here for Anna. Before we get to that, though, just a question I have. Anna, you mentioned being invited by the chamber, even though policy differences, no doubt. Ben, do you get invited to speak to groups with whom you have strong policy disagreements or other similar experiences for you?
No, that's pretty rare. If I get invited to media outlets, even that is somewhat rare. I mean, I will say that, again, I don't think that the incentive structure is quite the same. There is a real career risk for people on the left to have me on because there's almost a secondary boycott that then occurs for some people, and I don't blame them. I mean, I have friends who are on the left and who will say they can't have me on their show because they're afraid of the blowback that will then occur if they have me on the show. Now, I think that blowback probably won't.
What up, G?
Materialize. I think in many cases it's just people who don't want to.
Wait, I was muted.
What'd you do that for?
Well, I have to mute because I'm like drinking or coughing. I don't want to go into the mic. No, but I think fuck those people. Okay, if he's friends with someone on the left who refuses to have him on his platform because they're afraid their audience are so fucking psychotic that they're like, you can't talk to Ben Shapiro. It's like, no, if you're in these positions, okay, of quote cultural influence or political influence, then it's your responsibility to try to help your audience not be so fucking polarized, so crazy.
Crisis of authority. Exactly what I said.
Right.
Fucking.
So no, I totally disagree. If Ben's friends with people on the left who have big audiences and they're terrified to have him on their show because Ben Shapiro they're gonna be labeled as fascists from fucking Ben Shapiro of all people. And no, fuck, those people are cowards.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be friends with a coward like that.
I wonder if Anna's done a video where she's talked about any blowback or if there has been any blowback. I don't know.
The debate?
Yeah, after this debate.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I saw left it. Well, it was weird. It seemed like there were two camps in BreadTube world. There was the camp that said, Anna totally destroyed Ben Shapiro. Which is like, you're literally living in a delusion. If that's what you think happened in that conversation. And then the second was people saying, I can't believe Anna would platform herself with this horrible Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
So she got it from both ends.
But I don't know if it demoralized her, if she's at the point where I just don't give a fuck, where she's going to basically say, I don't care, fuck off.
Yeah, if she got enough, I don't think she got, I don't know. I don't know if she got a lot of blowback or not.
I think once people do it and they realize, okay, there's going to be some screeching harpies and just as long as I ignore them, nothing is really going to become of it, then they're more likely to do it again.
Oh, wait. I found the Twitter thread.
Yeah, I was going to say, bring in the Twitter thread.
This is from October 7th. Anna Kasparian says, I'm going to be insufferable for a second to make an important point to those who want to accuse me of being some sort of demon for allegedly platforming another demon just by debating Shapiro. I went before a room full of literally 1,000 people who disagree with me. Health industry lobbyists, healthcare companies, oil businessmen, Republican politicians were all there in the audience. No one except one worker at the venue and my husband was on my side, and I went into a debate with a guy who is admittedly known as a good debater. That took fucking balls, and I'm sick of being underestimated and attacked as some sort of bimbo. I went in because I know I can defend my view assertively. Ben has a bigger following than me. I can assure you he's platforming me, and his audience isn't crying about it. I wish the left was more confident. We look weak with the platform scolding. I think we're right on the issue, and I think we can change more minds if we speak to more people. Look, I mean, I don't disagree with that. It does take cojones to go into that situation. Sure.
I do. Yeah.
I guess that means that Anna is more traditionally masculine than academic agent. Oh, shit. Oh my God.
It's crazy. She predicted this years ago. Remember when she said, I'm better than you? She saw this coming.
She saw it. No, but seriously, I agree with everything she said. And it does take balls to go into the situation that she went into. And, I think Ben did way better in the conversation than her, but I give her credit for having the conversation. And she's right. It makes her side look pathetic and weak if people are fucking crying her about this.
NBC talking points is just, it's so weak sauce. I mean, if she did more, it's kind of weird because she went to the best guy right off the bat. I mean, if she had more people who disagreed with her, I guess also she just really doesn't, she has no concept of the other argument, which is, I just think is weak sauce.
Well, yeah, I don't think Anna did good in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have to give her credit for showing up to have the conversation.
100%.
Because it is true.
100%. Yeah.
She went into an environment of people who 99% disagree with her against Ben Shapiro, who's known as a good debater.
And knowing her audience was just not, I mean, the safe move was not to do it.
Right. You're right. The safe move would have been not to do it.
So
yes.
props to her for doing the not safe thing. Yes. And we all start somewhere. So yeah.
Right.
No, I'm with you. I'm totally with
and
you.
now, because of what she said in this debate, she'll be held to a higher standard. We'll see if she's a fucking hypocrite or not. If she goes back on everything she said in the conversation. I think she will. But hopefully, maybe there'll be a little bit of growth.
Anna's going to retreat to her hug box. I think she's comfortable in that place. I don't think she really wants to challenge her ideas, and she totally believes a lot of the nonsense that they're spinning. And then she's like, "This is in the New York Times; it has to be true."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think she's dig. I want to know the truth. I don't believe any of this nonsense. I want to dig in. I enjoy that.
Nuance Bro replied to this tweet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did? To Anna's tweet?
With I don't know. Oh, he was like, "Can you be honest at least and say you did it for the money? How about some transparency? How much did they pay you?"
Oh my God!
Come on, Nuance Bro. Listen. Nuance Bro. You gotta be nice sometimes, okay? Why are you being so? What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay.
He's trying to discourage this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you need to chill. Yeah, we need to encourage more of these conversations, not discourage them. Okay.
Right. And what does it matter?
Yeah, why does it matter?
Yeah. What if she got paid $100,000? What is that? What does that make a difference? Does that mean she shouldn't have done it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
what if it was $500,000?
Right. Well, no. Here's the real deal here. Okay. I know you're kind of joking. I don't think Anna Kasparian was paid $100,000 to have this conversation.
I would go $10,000. I would say she got a $10,000,
maybe like $10,000 or something.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to think about this from her perspective, okay?
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 probably is around the price range. I would imagine she got paid for this.
Yeah.
That's not financially enough to merit her audience being mad at her or potentially embarrassing herself in front of Ben Shapiro.
Dude, they're all socialists. Are you kidding me? That's like huge. No, they're totally angry.
No, for Anna, I'm sure she gets paid a lot by Young Turks. Okay.
Nah.
$10,000 for that.
She gets paid $10,000 a year by the Young Turks.
Okay. I see.
I have no idea.
Right.
I know that Shapiro probably got paid $20,000.
No, he got paid 25% more because
he's the
man,
headliner.
Okay?
Yeah. He's like, listen, Anna Kasparian is a believer in the wage gap, so you have to pay her 76 cents on every dollar that you pay her.
Yes, exactly.
We have to prove Anna Kasparian right here. Okay?
Do it because they just don't feel like it, or they overestimate how much blowback it'll be or how tough it'll be. But for some people, it's very real and it does exist. Look, when I speak on college campuses, I'm typically invited by the in-house conservative group on college campuses. It's typically not the administration who's like, we definitely need this conservative to come in and talk to our students.
Yeah, I mean, first, let me just say you're welcome on our show.
I appreciate that.
Anytime.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be a good conversation.
Oh my God.
I know. Is your brain breaking? Anytime.
I want to see that. Ben Shapiro on the Young Turks. Wow.
I would be taking, she said anytime. I would be taking him out. I'd be like, hey, what's up? I'm here for my first day at work.
You just show up. Just walks in studio.
I'm here for
my you said anytime. I'm here.
I'm here for my first day on the show. I'm thinking, I like to do half hour a day with you guys. What do you think?
That actually would be really fun if they did like a full day show and Ben Shapiro just guest hosts on all the segments. And he just pushes back on all the shit that they say. That'd be an interesting show.
Wouldn't the Young Turks be a million times better if they just had a regular conservative guest on?
If they were good, yeah, it would be a million times more interesting to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. I wonder if their audience could really take that. They seem like
No.
featherweights.
No, their audience would freak out.
I got to admit, I was reading that Jonathan Rauch book, and I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? And do I really want to do this? Yeah. It's a muscle. You got to work it.
That's true.
You
That's
got to
true.
practice getting and be like, okay, nah, I don't need. Yes, that's a lie. They don't know that they're lying. They don't know that that's not the truth. They believe that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of a left-wing equivalent of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce or the PA Chamber of Commerce, but I do think that opening up these types of conversations is important. So yeah, there you have it.
I appreciate that.
Isn't it? What would it be? The left-wing equivalent. It's like
The teachers union.
Teachers union is one.
Yeah.
What's
They're
the
out
one?
there.
What's the one that always has like the Nazi list?
The media matters, SPLC.
Yeah, SPLC. That's the one I'm
Right.
thinking of. Yeah.